Stormwolves, welcome back to the campaign. Where we left off, you had just arrived in the city of Karst, the gnomish, the capital of the gnomish city, Karst, or the capital of the gnomish kingdom, Karst. Excuse me, and you arrived to a city immaculately organized, straight grid-like streets. The planning of the city is a square, a great deal of organization, and many, many gnomes running about their daily business. You met with Bran Gioche, the clan head of Clan Gioche, and talked with him, wherein he explained more in depth the socio-political situation that Karst finds itself in currently, and how that relates to Alvyn's wife being missing. He told you of the settlement of Niven in northwestern Kjolar, which they have lost contact with, which is also where Katarina was her last whereabouts. Bran said that he would send a letter to the merchant marine vessel, the Kraken, and its captain to secure you a spot aboard the warship, as it has plans to patrol those waters looking for pirates. The ship itself, I believe, I don't remember if you asked already. I think Alvyn asked when the ship was leaving. Did you?
We didn't get a straight answer because he had to send the letter first.
A few days, yeah. Within a few days. We were going to go tomorrow.
No, okay. You hadn't gone down to the port yet to ask.
Well, yeah, because we asked Bran if that was worthwhile, and he said that there probably wouldn't be a decent reception until the letter had gotten there. Mm-hmm. So,
okay. So while waiting for Bran's letter to arrive and your formal introduction to be made to the captain of the Kraken, it is the morning of the 6th, and you have time on your hands. What would you like to do? Currently, Aux and Janus are in the port at the... Make sure...
Oh, I need to hop on the road.
At the safe harbor.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are at the Safe Harbor Tavern and Inn, and Elyswen and Alvyn, or Alvarin, or Alton, are at the Gioche Clan Hall.
Yeah. Janus, you wake up and Aux is working out in the room. She's practicing some forms.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly all, think Muay Thai, using her feet more than, her arms for patterns of fighting, but...
Okay.
Morning.
Morning. Did you sleep last night?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I'm ready for today, though.
Oh, random color.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Do we see it change?
Like a nice turquoise.
Ooh.
I would say... So the way it works with Janus' hair, his hair does change color. Not suddenly, but just very slowly over a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time you really notice any definite change is if you don't see him for 8 hours of sleeping or something.
Got it. Your hair is so cool.
Pulls it down. I like turquoise. And obviously I changed all my outfit to match.
So cool.
Yep.
Just preparing my spells for the day real quick.
Do you remember what time we had to be down at the docks?
No idea. Do you think we should go get Alvyn and
probably go-
Elyswen, and then, or do you think they're gonna come to us? We didn't coordinate that at all. Crap.
I honestly have no clue.
Okay. Well, if it's just before dawn, I say we wait like an hour, and then if they don't come to us, we'll go to them.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. How's the brewing going, by the way?
That'd be good. I gotta make something. And then later on, so once we're on the ship and I have or if we have a lot of time before we actually get on the ship, I can start doing stuff.
Okay. Like when do you think the first drink will be ready?
Later today probably.
Great. Excellent.
Depends on how soon I can start working on stuff.
Because I'm all out.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You're a good friend.
You're welcome. So yeah, what? Yeah, I'll wait the hour and see if Alvyn pops by.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one.
Alvyn, what are you doing?
Getting up early. Heading down to the workshop.
Okay. Are you at any point coming to the safe harbor?
If I see Bran, I'll ask him if he thinks the letter would have arrived yet.
Okay.
But if not, if I don't see Bran, then not of my own volition.
So the safe harbor is the inn that they're
Yes.
staying in, not the
Oh, the
harbor
inn.
itself.
I'd probably stop by sometime early afternoon if...
Okay. Okay. So you are in the Clan Gyosh workshops.
Mm-hmm. Shall I make a roll?
So, yes, please. So that will mean with Elyswen currently sleeping in, Janus and Auxsonia, you have the whole morning before you. Before.
We said we'd go in an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's head to Clan Gyosh then. I don't think he's popping in.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to go talk to them. I've got some things I want to talk about, but it involves everybody. I think we should just go together.
Probably.
Do I get any special bonuses since it's in the workshop proper over normal Masterwork tools?
You have the bonuses from Masterwork tools now.
Okay.
That's all. What's the DC? Remind me what the DC for what you're trying to do is.
So I'm not starting on that yet.
Okay.
First off, I'm going to the DC for that is 18.
Okay.
So what my plan is I'm going to start off, kind of warm up, make myself some daggers and throwing axes to replace the ones I dropped in the sea.
Okay.
And then, if you would allow, use any leftover progress, assuming I pass the DC 18 on that project.
Okay.
To get
you're making the axes and daggers out of steel?
steel. Yep, and I'll pay whatever that needs.
Okay.
Because those are pretty cheap, but yeah. So I'm making 2 throwing axes and 4 daggers. Daggers are 2 gold pieces. Throwing axes are
Daggers 2 or 1?
daggers are 2.
Oh, okay.
Throwing axes are 8. So it'll be 1. Wait, is it? No, it's a third. So, okay. That's 24 divided by 3.
Would be 8.
Okay, so I'll pay 8 gold in steel.
Okay.
Easily done. And here is my roll. Oh, come on. Really? I rolled a 3. That's a 17.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Well. That sucks. That's enough for the, that's definitely enough to make the daggers and axes, but...
Yeah, so that would be, so the DC for those are 12?
12 and 15. Because throwing axes are actually partial.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's enough to craft all of those, but that's going to take a great deal of the day. And you're not going to have time for another project.
Mm-hmm.
But about an hour into your preparations, you've just started heating. You've started heating the metal and probably starting to work on one of the daggers.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when Auxsonia and Janus arrive at the clan hall. You two arrive in the front of the building.
Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, the door after. So you're knocking, not pressing the overly contrived doorbell.
Nope.
Okay, cool. There's a longer delay than before, but the door does creak open, and you see the same elderly gnome, immaculately dressed and groomed.
What's up,
Yes.
Jibes? Oh, we're here to see Al. Gyosh.
My name is Renaud, and if you're talking about Master Alvyn,
Yep. That's the gnome.
follow me.
Thank you.
She says, in the city of gnomes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you follow him through the corridors. He takes, I don't know, like a little, like he goes a different route, not quite so straightforward. You guys end up having to crawl through a whole lot more doors than normal. Almost like talking down to servants is a bad idea.
He's shorter than
And
me.
then, okay, and eventually you arrive back in not the same space that you were when you talked to Bran, but similar. This workshop is more, it's smaller, it has a feeling of being more secluded. And there's, it's not as populated as the other one was. There's more space here than there are gnomes working. And kind of off a little ways from any other gnome, you will find Alvyn, busy working on, looks like a small dagger. which size for a small creature would be like really small.
Letter opener.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
I will
Renault
turn
just
to the
takes
servant.
his leave.
Thank you.
Of course. He kind of gives like Renault gives like a inclination of the head to you, Janus, and then just kind of turns and looks at you, Ox, and then turns around and walks away.
I don't think Jives likes me.
Probably shouldn't refer to him as Jives.
If I ever had a butler, that's how I'd name him. Jives.
I don't think you name.
They have names.
I think they come with names.
What? You can't just name them whatever you want?
You don't own
They're
them.
people, Ox.
They work for you. You could call them whatever, right? They let you. I'd let someone if they paid me.
I think that is the most Faye thought I think I've ever heard you express. I know a lot of Faye who would think along the same lines.
Huh. You hand me a gold piece?
I'm offering a gold piece out to you.
Okay. For what? I'll take it.
Now I can call you what I want, right?
Yeah.
I just paid you, so.
Great.
Alright.
I keep that. I'm adding that to my inventory. Actually, this brings up a good point. I'm kind of interested in getting a cut of the money that we have been saving.
You're wearing the ring, right?
Huh?
You have your ring, don't you?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, what percentage of it I could have, because I don't want to take more than I need, right? Well, not need, but deserve, right? Because it's fair.
They only let you draw 100 at a time.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, like, how much of it, however much it is, I can say, like, I'm saving for my own stuff.
What is it you're looking at buying?
More just saving right now, not buying anything. But I want to make sure that I have, like, a way to count that I'm saving things. Without it being like, oh, well, you know, like wherever it's at right now, I can start building on it. If I need to open a personal account, I can, but, like, you know, just something to start going.
I think a good place to start is how much is in the account?
I believe somewhere in the order of like 6,400.
Okay.
Is that right?
I
have written down
6,800.
I have written down 6,447.
I have written down
6,807
6,800.
together.
I did not subtract that.
So 6,400, what?
6,447.
Okay. Yeah, how do we... Okay, so we have that. Have you taken any of it out since you sold a bunch of stuff?
Just to get the rings,
Okay.
which went to all of us for access.
How do you want to split it? I feel like Elyswen should be here for this. Where is she?
I feel like this is a conversation for the whole group.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing I think that's really pressing right now. We're about to be heading out to sea.
I think...
Also, that's another question. When are we heading out to sea?
Right. We should go check that out.
Well, it depends on if the letter's gotten there yet, because otherwise we can't ask.
You wanna go track down Brandon and find out?
Let me finish this dagger real quick and then I will lie. Unless you guys want to. Metal's hot, but I can't really.
Do you know if we're gonna be leaving like within the next 4 hours, or if that's like probably not gonna happen?
He said it wouldn't be for like another several days or maybe even a week.
Several days. Okay, I definitely have time.
hopefully. We just want to... I mean, they could leave at any... You know how ships are. Sometimes
not these
They
kinds
just
of
get up and go.
they do. With a tide. Good winds, maybe a storm's coming in, they're like, oh, well, we gotta go.
The merchant marines are quite well organized and tend to stick to that.
Alright.
Alvyn, do you know if you have another, like, small little workshop I can borrow for a few hours?
Is there... How big is the workshop I'm in right now? Is there space for him to...
So you can think of it as like your workshop is just like where you're working right now is just one small space of a larger area that's just sectioned off into like there's tons of places, tons of basically like little, I guess you could say, cubicles, for lack of a better word, of little workshops.
All right.
While they may not quite have the, pretty much all of them are all going to be like metalworking. They're going to have their own little forge, anvil, tools, workbenches. They're not really going to have anything for...
And it's all going to be
specifically-
sized for small hands.
That is also true.
I have my, what I need with me. I really just need, like, a space to work. A table to set stuff on and such.
Oh, sure, yeah, there's plenty of space. Grab a table.
Thank you.
I'll help you. I'll clear it off for you. Lift the heavier stuff.
Yeah, nothing like, unless you're trying to move an anvil, there's nothing really that heavy.
Great. She just helps shove stuff over to the side. Here you go.
Clear spot. Thank you. And I'm gonna get to work on those gloves of alchemy.
Okay.
I'm gonna guide you.
Well,
If you
not
don't
alchemy,
mind, I
but
could
potions.
maybe try praying for you while you do this. If you don't mind, the whole time. However long it takes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here for about 8 hours.
This is for my cause, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm willing to put in 8 hours of prayer for you for this.
Okay.
For my cause.
Oh, no.
If that isn't one of the most messed up, like,
For my cause.
things
Leave
I've
your
ever
drug
heard a
addiction.
cleric say, yeah.
Let me pray for this.
Oh.
If you allow this, Zach, I will pray every minute for 8 hours to give him guidance, which is a +1. I am aware. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's anything else I can give you.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
I can make this. It should be pretty easy. Actually, I don't think I can fail this.
You don't think you can?
No, I can't.
Great, never mind.
I literally cannot fail
I'll
this.
say one prayer for you, not 8 hours worth. That saves me time. I've got other things I want to do with my day.
You should see if you
I'm
can
literally...
See what?
let me just make the quick spellcraft check.
You should see if you can track down Bran, figure out when the ship's leaving.
Yeah. Hey, what's his name? Reggie? Reginald?
I thought you were calling him Jives.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He took me through a bunch of, like, short doors.
Well, Samson, I think his name was, what was his name again?
Wow!
His name was Reynold.
Renaud.
Renaud?
Writing that down.
Is it Renaud, Zach?
Renauld. Renauld.
The butler. Butler. Right. Renaud! Hey! I'll just open the door and yell out down the hallway. Renaud! Is there like a bell system? Like, how does it work? Or like on the wall, like for
No, there's no. So You're literally like, what? You're just leaning out of the like workspace
Yes.
area, just shouting
Yes.
Ronald.
Yes.
Okay. Eventually, a gnome in a like leather apron, like just kind of peeks his head around the corner. He's got like this kind of deep red colored hair, and he's got like these goggles kind of pushed up. Could you stop shouting?
Okay. Do you know where Ronald is?
If I show you where he is, would you stop shouting?
I'll already stop. I'm done. You're the one who's shouting. Yeah, let's go.
He like mutters something under his breath, which you do not understand. And he will lead you through some hallways to basically back to the entry area, where he kind of goes off into this room off to the side that you didn't notice before. It's literally like a little office space.
Oh.
There's like a little desk. There's another room another door that's slightly open that leads to another room. You can kind of see like there's a bed in there and stuff, like that's his personal quarters. And there is Ronald.
Hey, Ronald.
Yes, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, where's Bran?
I believe he is indisposed at the moment. Is there a message you need to send?
Where's disposed?
Wait here.
Okay. Wow. The opposite of
He kind of
charisma.
gestures to a...
You've invented
Kind of
a new type
gestures
of
to-
diplomacy.
Right?
Be so annoying.
She's not
That
charismatic.
people want to
She's-
help you just to get you out of their hair.
She's a -1 on her modifier.
So Ronald's gestures, please take a seat. Like make eye contact with you as he's gesturing to a seat that is definitely sized for a gnome. And then he will leave. The other gnome will leave as soon as you got there. He left too.
Does
He
it
has
have-
stuff to get
Does
back
it have like armrests so I can't get my butt in there no matter what? Okay, all right. I'll just
100%.
like a kid's.
It's a very nice chair. It looks really comfortable. It's just way too small.
That's fair. Does he have a desk in this?
After, yeah.
I won't mess with anything.
I mean, there's a couple of like loose papers and things, but
Can I glance over the papers without touching them?
you can. Do you speak Gnomish
Nope.
or read Gnomish?
I should have thought this through.
You look at these papers and you see this kind of neat but little like spidery kind of writing scrawled. Just from the way it's organized, it kind of looks like maybe like a ledger. Some of them are like maybe ledgers of some kind, or like orders, like like almost receipts essentially, like the way they're just formatted. But you can't actually read anything on them.
Okay.
It takes about I'd say about 15 minutes. You're waiting there, standing in a room that's too short for you, with furniture that you can't sit in because it's too small. And eventually, you hear footsteps, two sets of footsteps in the floor approaching. And there's Ronald and there's Bran. No longer wearing an apron, and he's wearing nicer clothes that are clean and pretty spotless. No longer wearing his goggles or his apron and like a tool belt, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But wearing actually robes kind of similar in cut to what Alvyn wears when he's trying to be fancy. Thank you, Reynald. I think I can take it from here. I believe it was Auxsonia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Just looking for just a quick question. We wanted to know how soon the letter would be there at the port so that we could go down and introduce ourselves. We don't want to miss it.
Of course. I sent a letter earlier this morning with one of my couriers. Should have gotten there already.
Great.
Knowing the Merchant Marines and knowing Captain Randolph, I'm sure he's already read it.
Right. We can just, is it proper to just go down there and just be like, hey, we got a invite on your ship. Let us on.
Perhaps let Alvyn take care of the negotiating.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
He has more experience with this kind of thing.
Speaks gnome. Is Captain what's his face gnome?
No. Captain Randolph is a human.
Oh. You don't think I can handle myself talking to humans?
I said nothing of the sort. I just think that Alvyn has 20 years of experience being around ship captains.
You're right, that's smarter, yeah. He would know what to say and not to say. Alright, well great. Well thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and I will...
That was all?
That was all, sir.
Glad to be of service.
I'm gonna go talk to Alvyn in the workshop, and then... Yeah.
Very well. I trust you can find your own way at this point?
Yeah. A lot of doors.
Very well.
I remember him. I'll make my way back.
Okay. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to say you can remember a route to get there easily enough.
I was so hoping for an intelligence check.
Then knowing Jessica, she'd get a nat 20 and like basically have a mental map of the whole place.
You could make me roll for it. We could see how long it takes me to
it's
get
okay.
there. Okay.
It's okay.
Wonder.
Yeah. So eventually you'll make it back. You find Alvyn is working on looks like he's set aside one of the daggers kind of roughly made, and looks like he's roughing out another one, and Janus is doing what Janus is doing.
Hey, Alvyn, the letter got there this morning. Bran recommends that we have you talk to the captain of the ship, Randolph, and that I'm ready to go. I think Janus is going to take a few hours, but I don't want to miss it, right? Like, we should see what time they're leaving.
Well, there's no one leaving today.
Why not? We could.
I very highly doubt that.
But we should go ask. Yeah.
Alright, let me finish forging this dagger, and then you and I can go down there and check it out if you want.
Okay, hurry up. I'll just watch you.
Very slowly.
What was your wife's name again?
Tink.
I wonder what she's doing right now.
This isn't going to speed up the rate at which the ship leaves, which isn't going to be until probably the week or later.
We don't know that. That's why I want to go find out.
You know that. Alright.
Janus is staring incredibly hard at what he is doing.
Because it is not willing to leave in the time it takes for me to finish this knife. And I'd appreciate it if you'd not look over my shoulder as I work.
Fine, I'll just go over and look at some random stuff. Just going insane.
I sent you a message, Zach.
On Messenger?
Yeah.
Oh boy, what are you sending messages?
And then,
Okay.
so how long does it take for me to finish roughing out this dagger?
I'd say maybe takes I'd say each dagger is gonna pretty much take about an hour.
Okay.
So I'd say maybe like with the time that Ox was waiting and talking and walking, I'd say it'd take probably about 30-ish minutes.
So in about 30 minutes, I'll set down my tools. Look over at Ox. All right, Sparky, let's go.
Let's go. Just ready to go.
Sparky.
Love it.
Yeah.
Bye, Janus.
So-
We'll be back.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Okay. As you two make your way down to the docks, it's a relatively short walk. Going through the streets. The clan district is pretty close, especially considering that the city is gnome sized. So, in fact, I would guess that at this point, Ox is probably trying leading the way, and Alvyn, you might have to be kind of running to kind of keep up.
I'm a barbarian, so I have increased move speed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you two are just moving through the streets, cruising. Eventually, you get to the docks where you see the ships. You see the Sparrow still in port, and then you see the two large navy blue imposing warships on the far, I guess, on the eastern end of the dock. If you're looking at kind of right there. One of them you see has the figurehead is some kind of it looks like a whale, kind of. It has kind of rounded teeth, and there's a horn that comes out of it that kind of goes into the bowsprit. And then the other one has what looks like a giant squid, a kraken, basically, figurehead.
18 knowledge nature to know what the horned whale is.
You've seen a pod of these once. The one time that the needle went up to the settlement of Skystead, which is the northernmost large town in TL. You saw a pod of these narwhal.
Nice.
All right.
I'm gonna let you do the talking.
Sounds good.
But if you need me to chime in at any time, I will.
I'll let you know.
Great.
I will approach the ship with the kraken on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has gangplanks down, but you see a pair of you see a half elf and a human woman, a male half elf and a human woman, standing guard at the bottom of the gangplank. Both of them in sharp-looking, kind of navy blue green, very much the color of the sea kind of uniforms. They cutlasses at their side, and as you approach, one of them, the woman, kind of steps forward. What's your business here?
Alton Zellweger here to speak with Captain Randolph.
Okay, go let the quartermaster know. And the half elf just kind of gives a nod and walks back up the gangplank. And you can see the crew of this ship moving. You know, ships require constant maintenance, and there's crewmates cleaning things, checking rigging, moving cargo. You even see a gnome in a merchant marine uniform. Looks like he's doing maintenance on the forward ballista. After a little while, that half-elf marine comes back with a halfling, a male halfling. He's kind of got his belly is kind of straining, like the brass buttons of his officer's uniform a bit. But he moves down the gangplank with dexterity and ease. Ah, so you're the group.
We're two of them.
I assume you are Alton Zellweger?
Aye.
Percy Falden, quartermaster of the MMS Kraken.
Pleasure to meet you.
I suppose you'll be wanting to talk to the captain.
Aye. Really, we just want to know when we need to be aboard when the ship's leaving.
Oh, that's easily. Yes, the ship is set to depart morning of the 10th.
And what time in the morning will that be?
Should be around 2 hours before noon.
All right, sounds good. Is there anything we'll need to do before then?
Well, I suggest that when you show up and when you meet the captain for the first time, try to be
More presentable?
Presentable, maybe neat.
Will do.
The captain prides himself on a orderly vessel, and it's not often that the merchant marines allow outsiders onto our ships, but it's best to observe our customs while you're aboard.
Of course. And while you're back, we'll get here probably early that morning if that's amenable.
That is for the best.
And we will be neat.
And how many of you are
So-
there?
4 of us? 4 of us.
Four.
Aye, 4 of us.
Yeah, 4 of us.
Very well. And have any of you any experience on vessels?
I do, and well, we've all just sailed up here, to be honest, but I've spent quite a bit of my life on sea, so I'm decently experienced.
That's good to hear. Hopefully you should be able to help the others stay in line.
I'll endeavor to.
You'll be lucky if you see Janus up on deck.
Is there anything else any other questions you have for me?
Can you just alert the captain that I'm a cleric and I'm willing to heal people? That's my skill set. And create water and purify food and water. Maybe I can help in the chef.
Oh, that'll be a welcome addition. We haven't had a cleric aboard the Kraken for quite some time.
You should also know we're all actually at least moderately skilled at combat. We actually ended up having to take out a sea drake on the way up here, so.
Well, that's good news. Especially seeing as if this mission is successful, we'll see combat. One way or the other. Well, very well. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to...
Is there a usual place that the crew go to meet? While they're
aboard the ship?
In port? Is there a favorite tavern they like to go to?
TGI Fridays, actually.
Awesome. Welcome, Jordan. That was the best timing.
That was incredible.
TGI Friday.
Hi, everybody, I'm back.
What did the quartermaster say his name was again?
Percy.
Percy Falden.
Falden?
Yes.
Is there a place that they go to meet?
I don't know for sure. I spend most of my time aboard the ship. A great deal of things to see to, but I suppose if you just find a tavern, at least in cars, look for one with a taller door. And
I know one of those.
Chances are you might find a few of the sailors there.
Great.
Hopefully on best behavior.
All right. Well, we'll be here bright and early on the 10th.
Pleasure meeting you.
Some 499 margaritas and we have
Pleasure meeting you as well. And what did you say your name was? Looking at you, Ox.
Auxsonia, the Tempest.
Interesting. Hopefully you don't bring any of those with you aboard. In one way or another. And he kind of gets a little, serious there. But then there's a bit of a twinkle in his eye, and a smirk kind of starts to form. Well, a good day to both of you.
Yeah.
I will see you on the 10th.
I don't know what to say to that. Yes. No storms whatsoever. No problems. Yeah.
Question, does a drug addiction count as a storm?
That's what I was thinking. Her whole deities about storms. It's coming.
Alright.
Alright, well, let's go back to Janus. And actually, no, let's go to the... Can we stop by the Safe Harbor Tavern on the way? Do you mind?
Janus, with you?
I guess not.
Alrighty.
I'll see you back.
See you back.
Okay. So, Alvyn is going back to
Continue work.
Guillaume's clan hall?
Yep.
Okay. Ox, what are you wanting to do?
I'm gonna go to the Safe Tavern, Harbor Tavern, and see if...
Okay.
Just asking around if there's anyone from the Kraken. But if Jordan's here, you can do Elyswen. Waking up now.
Okay. Elyswen, boy, you had a surprisingly good night's sleep on those 2 gnomish beds.
I think I've had a surprisingly good afternoon sleep by this point.
So what would Elyswen like to do?
I'm assuming Elyswen's just gonna kind of, stretch just an inordinate amount. Kind of take stock of everything, and then, realize that she's got power untold coursing through her veins. And Janus is still at the Guillaume clan hall, right?
Yes, I am.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll probably move her way out to you.
You're a little bit quiet. Right?
Mhm.
You are.
That's better.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so I'd say before Alvyn gets back, you make your way. You probably have to get directions from several gnomes. It's not the same workshops that you were in when you talked to Bran. Different workshops. But you finally make your way down, and you find Janus at a kind of workbench off kind of in the corner. Looks like he's working on a pair of gloves.
How long have I been working at these by about now?
I'd say it's probably close to 2 hours.
Okay, about halfway for then. Oh, Elyswen, good to see you're up.
Yes, well, it was a long night. I was thinking about... I don't know. I feel like I've grown somehow. But anyway, have I missed anything?
Not so much. I know Ox and Alvyn went to go get us passage. I haven't heard anything from them. Hopefully they're back soon.
But, I guess we'll need it. What are you working on there?
It's a pair of gloves. Should help me craft, well, you know about Auxsonia's issue.
What exactly are you referring to?
Which one? Dwarven Fire Ale. That one.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that is
yeah.
true.
This
There's
should
so
help
many.
me to... she did run out, so this should help me to make some more.
Oh, so you are dabbling in drug peddling now?
Yeah, kinda. I know how to make potions and stuff, so this shouldn't be too much different.
I suppose. Well, if you need anybody to help you fence Sudafed, let me know. No.
I got all the ingredients I really should need here. I just need to finish up these pair of gloves, which will definitely help.
Good. Has it occurred to you that maybe this isn't the best course of action to deal with the problem at hand?
I know exactly what you mean.
Would you say?
Trust me, I'm
Oh.
not keen on the issue really either. But at least this is help that'll be better than what she's been doing before.
I mean, it seems like this might be. I think there's a word for this. Enabling. I mean, just saying, there may be another option.
Trust me, once I've known Auxsonia for close to 4 weeks now.
Trust
although
me.
we haven't been friends for very long, she trusts me, I trust her, and I want to help her. I know this doesn't look like a great way to be helping her, but it's, one, going to be a lot less expensive in the long run. And two, eventually we'll help her get over the whole thing.
So I mean,
This
like,
is the first step.
So this is part of a plan, then.
The first step of many. That will
Okay.
eventually.
That's a noble.
Yes.
I suppose the withdrawals themselves could probably be somewhat harmful anyway. So.
Yeah. To be honest,
Okay.
I'm not sure. Can I roll like knowledge or something to see if I know about withdrawal symptoms and how bad they can be?
Well, without a roll, I'll tell you that Malik was saying that he knows of people who have died from withdrawals from this particular thing. So,
Auxsonia is a strong person. I think she'll be able to get through.
I love Janus. I love Janus.
she'll tough it out.
She's tough. She's fine.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Always the optimist. Always.
He's so good.
So. Yes, I think that'll. Hopefully, this will be this first step to help.
Okay. So it's not. I mean, I guess it could be a good way to make money, but only if you're not scrupulous. So. It seems like a good thing then. I'm glad that we're not just prolonging the issue.
Oh no.
Good.
Hopefully, it gets resolved sooner rather than later, though.
I would hope so as well. Will those gloves help you craft anything besides illicit substances? Out of curiosity.
Unfortunately, not. They're very specifically made gloves.
For drugs.
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, is this like a common supply that drug peddlers would use to make their wares?
Sorry, what was that?
Is this something drug dealers have on them all the time?
Oh no, this is specific for me.
Okay.
I'm
Then
not used to making dwarven fire ale. But I do know how to make potions. This is kind of just bridging the gap between them.
makes sense. That seems reasonable. I just want to make sure that whatever we bring on board, well, then again, we're going to have to bring the stuff onto the ship anyway, so we've already got enough contraband as it is. Just maybe keep those tucked away if you're bringing them to TL.
Yeah, I don't plan to be, announcing this to the whole crew.
But just, sometimes things bear repeating, though. You'd be surprised what I've seen people do. What I consider to be smart people.
What do you plan to do with the day? Now that you're up and about.
Well, I hadn't really made too many plans. Perhaps it's time to see more of the city. Was there anything interesting that you saw?
No. There's a few interesting spots around the city. A lot of workshops. There's the clan hall, the docks, but that's about it. I don't know of any very specific locations.
Oh. Maybe in that case, just a quick walk around the city. Perhaps they have some sort of, I don't know, like a magical trinket of some sort. By the way, thank you for this scarf. You see she's wearing it right now. It's actually quite comfortable, as well as the protective element.
Well, as Mother Madrila said, if you're gonna make somebody a magic item they have to wear, you have to make it both fashionable and comfortable. So,
Nice.
This Mother Madrila seems like a wise woman.
she is. She very much is.
Whatever, maybe not woman, but
I think she'd slap you at best if you said she was anything other than woman.
I'll remember that.
But I'm still kind of reeling a bit from the fact that I'm about 200 years out of time.
Oh, yes. Wait. What do you mean you're 200 years out of time?
Yeah, Elyswen wasn't there for that conversation. Elyswen had gone to bed.
Oh, right. You weren't there. I was born in 1047. This whole time I've been out here, I thought it was 1067.
Wait, you thought it was...
Yes.
So you were... Well...
We haven't quite decided yet if I'm 220 years old or just 20 years old with some magic-y stuff that messed it up.
I've been reading a lot about the magic, and there was this theoretical... I'm not sure what the right word would be, numerologist. He studied magic and other things, and he came up with this idea that sometimes things travel through time at different rates. Maybe it's something like that.
I know the planes aren't always synced up, on the same timeline. But either way, I'm about 200 years later than I thought I was. So I'm still kind of dealing with that.
Quite the shock, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't change anything. I mean, I had no family out here, no ties or anything to the material plane other than I'm human. So, really, it doesn't change anything for me.
Janus, there's something truly inspiring about your optimism. I have to admit, I always find simple joy in the positivity of your thinking. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm just trying to get it all out now. Plus, it never does well to dwell on the darker side of things.
If you can help it, I suppose you're correct. Oh. I don't know, is there anywhere good to eat around here, or should I...
Yeah, there's a TGI Fridays down at the...
It's endless boneless wings night. I slept in just for 2 for 2.
Wow.
Margaritas.
The appetizer happy hour.
Oh.
No, Karsten happy hour, you have to pay extra.
It's happy hour time for the owner.
Yeah, that's right. I'd say about this time, Alvyn, you get back to workshop, you find Elyswen and Janus there.
Oh, good, you're both here.
Yes. Any word on the ship?
I will need to be at the Kraken basically first thing on the morning of the 10th.
All right.
Bright and early.
What day is today?
Today's the 6th.
Today's the 6th.
6, so 4 days.
4 days.
All right.
And
Oh no.
make sure that morning that you are very well kept and tidy.
Well, I just hope my hair isn't too outlandish that day.
Let's hope so.
We could get you a wig, just for safety.
I walk up and it's like bright moss green.
Strawberry red.
Yeah, or like...
Just this really obnoxious color of yellow.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be bad.
yeah.
Now, watch. It'll be like, for once in my life, it'll be like brown or black.
Gray. It's like a...
And
I
then
can just see it, like...
oh,
walk up.
go ahead.
Everyone looks totally perfect, in their finest, and then Janus is like eloquently dressed, and his hair is like pink, like bubblegum pink.
Well, but he uses prestidigitation to make his clothes to match. So I'm guessing like what if it was like stark white hair and he made all of his clothes like just this bright clean white color?
Looks so cool.
That would be so
He'd
good.
look like an anime character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like the captain, looking at the lineup of us, and it's just everybody's very nicely dressed, standard colors though, and then you get to the end of the line and it's just bright neon.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it be chartreuse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be something annoying. I know it.
Like very cool.
Oh man. Electric blue.
I'm annoying the captain, and I haven't even set foot on the ship yet.
You know who else's hair is electric blue? Sam.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
too soon.
Too soon.
I know. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
That was a good one.
Okay, so let's hop over to
Real quick.
Ox. Oh yeah, what?
Actually, Janus, are you making what I think you're making?
Yeah, gloves.
For what?
Oh boy, here we go again.
I
I am
gonna-
helping
I'm
Ox
just gonna
with
say-
her
I'm just
problem.
gonna say one thing. I'm just gonna say one thing.
Yes.
Keep in mind that in 4 days we're boarding a military vessel,
I know.
and this can come back on all of us.
Just trust me, okay? I can be subtle.
I'll leave it to you. I just needed that to be.
What color is Janus's hair today?
Turquoise.
Turquoise.
As you say, I can be subtle. Those
I can be subtle.
Raises an eyebrow.
I can be subtle
Bring it before we
in
go.
other non-colorful ways.
Ox,
Yes.
you are heading back to the Safe Harbor Tavern and Inn.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the barkeep if there's anyone maybe from the Kraken that regularly comes here. If there's someone from there, I'm gonna, ask about that.
Klaus, who is the proprietor of the Safe Harbor. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of them that come in. Usually at night. Well-behaved bunch. They kind of keep to themselves.
Well, great. Well, can I buy a drink for them when they come, and you can let me know? I'll just be sitting here, and you can tell them it's me, and I can wave or whatever.
I guess I could do that. That's not going to be for some hours.
Well, I'll be back. I'll put down the gold piece that I'll...
Just pay when you're here.
Okay, great. All right. Okay. Also, another question, kind of weird. Do you know where a cleric could get a job in this town? Paid job.
I mean, what can you do?
I can heal a lot of people at the same time. I can heal individually. I can't bring anyone back from the dead. I'm not, like, super powerful.
Well, magically healing people is more than most can do, so... I don't know that there's a whole lot of call for healing. I mean, it's the only place that I could think of would be the military district, but they have their own healers and surgeons and whatnot. Suppose if you could be, sometimes ships need healers or magic users if they're expecting to find trouble. But sorry.
It's all right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah.
I'll walk back to the Gioche clan hall.
Okay.
Knock on the door.
Knocked on the door. Okay, it takes longer.
Yep.
But eventually the door opens. Ah, Mistress Auxsonia.
Sup, Rennie?
Nice.
Can I call you Rennie?
No, you may not.
All right. I'm just here to go see my friends again.
Can you find your own way, or do you need a guide?
Nope, I remember all the doors.
Very well.
Thank you. Come find you guys.
Okay.
Well, look who's awake. Hey, Elyswen. Good morning to you.
Hello.
You slept in? You have a rough night?
No, just lots to think about, I suppose. Lots of knowledge to absorb.
Like what? Oh.
I guess I'm not completely sure yet. I've tried to learn a couple of new spells.
Oh.
Yes, I think I can conjure some sort of creatures. I don't know. Bjorn called it magic zoo, but
Oh.
I love Bjorn. He's so good. That's great.
yes.
Wow.
How about you? What have you been up to?
Well, Alvyn and I went down to the docks and we made sure that we had passage on the Kraken, stopped by a tavern, on the way back. We're gonna be here for a few days, so I wanted to see if I could maybe get a job or meet some of the people from the ship before we get on the ship. And yeah, kind of a nothing so far. Maybe something later tonight, but
Make sure you give yourself enough time to get all neat and tidy.
Janus, you can just like clean me up, right? Like you can clean all my clothes.
Yeah, I can do that.
If I ask nicely.
Yeah, I can do
Janus, drugs dealer and wanderer.
that. I'm
He's
just
the one
quickly
guy-
becoming the handyman of the group.
He's the one laundromat
So
that sells drugs that isn't just a front.
Butler, my clothes. Butler, my drugs.
Wow.
In combat, Butler, my buffs.
Call you a buffler.
Oh wow. Oh wow, that hurt. I felt that one. I felt that one deep in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
There's two ways to know if a pun is good. Is if you get complaints or you get laughter. If you get both, then you win. That's it.
That's the win-win combo right there.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're all together, I think it would be good to go over the party funds agreement. And maybe Janus, you could pull up you could make like a contract or something for us. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see what I could do.
What do you guys want to do? Like, how do you want to split it up?
Well, I think whatever we do, we shouldn't split it all up, and we should leave some of it as it has been designated party funds.
I said there's 6,400 in there.
Wait, there's how much? Oh yes, you sold the sword.
There's 4 of us.
And there's 4 of us.
Split.
What would we need as party funds? Like, are we talking like we could just use at any time for traveling or food?
Traveling, food, things that all of us are going to be using. For instance, like, I think the wagon would have fallen into that category.
I say we take 1,200 and then rest is party funds.
How would that split up?
1,200 each, and that leaves about 1,800 left in the party fund. If my math is right. 48,000, 4,800.
That's
16. 1,600.
1,600, yes.
If we split it by 4.
Janus is
That
actually
sounds
cashing
amenable.
all of his lost years for dollars. It's a new government program.
1,200 sounds like a good split.
So 64
me?
minus 1,200 times 4. 16. What are we going to use 1,600 gold for as a party? I'm just saying that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot,
That is a lot.
but magic items are expensive.
I can make a really cool magic item on that.
And it's also a buffer pool, so that like if any of us need to go a little over our personal allotments, we can borrow against the party fund.
That sounds good to me.
It's just smart to leave some in reserve.
Okay.
I agree.
Plus, if we ever need to, like, I don't know, buy something large that we are all using, for example, another wagon for whatever reason, it could be nice to have the money on hand.
Aye.
Maybe Sammy needs a friend.
$1,600 friend.
We should also set up a plan for future funds that we acquire. So actually, how does that percentage work? Because it would be good just to keep that.
I mean, we can keep our money in there until we take it out, so it'll... Like, I don't need to open another account. I can just make sure that that is
I'm just
mine.
saying.
Don't touch it.
I'm just saying. So it's looking. Okay, so let's do it this way. We each have personal right to 20%,
Mm-hmm.
which leaves 20% as the party fund.
Yes.
Is that the same amount?
It's roughly. We'll actually get a little. We'll each get.
Um, 1280.
It's 64.47.
Okay.
47, yes.
My share is what now? I'm writing this down.
1,289.4 gold.
189 gold.
Okay. Just making sure I
Do you think we
start
need a ballista?
adding. What was that, Elyswen?
I said, do you think we need a ballista? I've got some catalogs. Actually, I threw those away.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
Kraken's already got
No?
some ballista.
What was that?
Kraken's already got some ballista.
Oh. Wow. I mean, more could never hurt. Well, it could hurt something, but hopefully not us.
Could also hurt the speed of the ship.
Fair enough.
Alvyn, do you know anywhere in Cost that might be in need of, say, a cleric that maybe they don't want to draw a lot of attention, like if there's parts of towns where, like, people get injured, but they don't want to go get help from somebody because they're afraid they're gonna get caught or something. I know how gnomes like to keep their privacy. Maybe they like a cleric that was a private cleric that could help them out.
Zach? My personal instinct is the outer districts.
Yeah. The thing about gnomes is that you know, like every society has its outcasts, and gnomes are no different. But it is different in the fact that a gnome's outcast is usually someone who's clanless or someone who's been exiled from their clan. And you could really think of it, I guess, as like a real world parallel would maybe be like an ex-con. Someone who basically like not a whole lot of clans are wanting to work with a clanless or employ them. So there's not so much like a streets like gang like underground type thing. It's more like the outer districts are just a lot of gnomes who don't get a whole lot of work, and so they all kind of stick together in a sense, kind of making their own clan. So yeah, I mean, there might be people that are injured and could use help, but that could be outer districts, inner districts. I mean, that would just be wherever.
I mean, overall, Karst is an incredibly orderly city. It doesn't exactly have an underground like cities of other countries. Maybe the outer districts, but I don't think it's exactly what you're looking for. If we were talking about another city on the continent, maybe, but not here.
Do you think the outer districts would have people that would pay for a cleric that maybe they couldn't get help other places. Like, that's what I'm going for. I want to make sure like there's a demand, right? So that I can charge people.
What specifically are you asking? Because you're kind of down to the question, I feel.
I just want to know if there's people that need a private cleric. Basically, they no questions asked. I want to be healed, but I don't want to tell you where I got my scars from, you know, kind of thing. Like, in case, you know, thieves. There's no line. Like, you know, like.
Clerics without borders.
Honestly, you might have the best luck looking at people who just get here, tourists and stuff.
I will say, Alvyn, you would know that chances are no one in the outer districts, even if they needed the services of a cleric, could afford the services of a cleric.
The kind of people who you're talking about, at least here, Ox don't exactly have the funds to pay for such services.
Why not?
Lack of employment.
Or they just don't like getting jobs, or...
No, they can't get jobs.
Why?
Because they're not allowed to.
Ooh. Is this that whole clan thing?
Aye, the whole clan thing.
Wait, so if they don't have a clan, they can't get jobs? Like, they just can't?
Well, have you seen any place of employment around here that doesn't have a clan name attached to it, aside from, like, tourist taverns and the like?
That's messed up.
Guess it didn't occur to me, but...
That's like Savaria. That's like Vox Libertatis' whole mission, right? Is to help people that are being ignored by their cities. And their
I wouldn't say these
governments.
people are being ignored. If they were being ignored, they'd have a better chance of getting jobs.
So they're being paid attention to specifically to not get stuff.
Pretty much, aye.
I believe that's called discrimination.
That is, yeah, that's, I mean, that's what we just, does this bother you?
Oh, fully, aye.
Wait,
If it
does
weren't
that
for
mean...
good fortune, I'd be among them.
Why not have Brand, does Brand know? Does Brand care?
You did bring Alvyn in.
Could we bring in, could he influence the other clans to help? Like, this is a cause.
It's way too big of an issue for just a few people.
We tried it in Savaria. We tried it in Armnaris.
We almost burned the entire fucking city down.
We talked to senators in Armnaris. We could try talking to clan leaders here.
In 4 days, you're looking to make a pivotal change in society. You have to leave.
I'm not saying it would change overnight. We just say we could try. That's what we do, right? That's what Malik wants us to...
People have tried for years and nothing has ever been done. I doubt we could do anything to make a difference.
Yeah, if you don't try, of course it's not going to make a difference.
From what he just said, it sounds like people have been trying.
What if people... How could we get that to change? Like, how have people tried to get it to change?
There are some smaller clans that have been more open to Clanless, but...
Like the Gyosh clan? Bringing you in?
that was a bit of a different matter.
Why did they bring you in, by the way? Was there a reason, or did you lie to them?
I didn't lie to them, but I wasn't, strictly speaking, clanless at that point in time.
Does that matter to the clans?
I came in from another clan, technically.
Can you just switch clans just like that?
No, the only reason I became a member of the Gyosh clan is because I married into it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, can you marry a non-clanless person into a clan?
Well, I wasn't clanless when I
No,
married.
I know. I was just wondering if anyone in these outer districts wanted to marry someone, is there like a law against it, or is just without saying it never happens?
I think that's one of the only ways I could get into a clan, honestly. But the number of people with clans who would want to marry a clanless are very few.
Wait. I mean, you don't have to answer this question right now if you don't want to, Alvyn, but did you get kicked out of your clan?
I mentioned this before. It might have just been to Aux. Wait, which clan are you talking about?
Whatever the first one was.
You haven't said which one that
Oh,
was.
no, I didn't get kicked out. I was that until I married.
Okay.
But
Is that
Before that,
strictly speaking,
I was born clanless.
Oh, and you
I'm a horseman.
found your way into one clan, and then
how'd you get
I
into
mentioned that previously.
how'd you get into the other clan?
Remember how I mentioned some smaller clans that'll occasionally take in?
I thought that was Gyosh clan.
No.
Okay, so what's the other clan? Is that we could go to that clan? They could bring in more people.
you might not be able to afford it.
I don't think that's strictly speaking possible.
Why not?
That clan doesn't really exist anymore.
What happened?
I was the last member. And then I married into this one.
Wait, how did they all like die, or did they all like marry off?
They all died.
What? How? How big was this clan?
It was small, like I said.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad this clan was able to take you in.
Me too.
Does Bran know about this?
He does.
Does it bother him that you were clanless?
If it does, he gets past it.
So could potentially other clan leaders get past it?
Well, the thing is, I wasn't clanless when I joined them. So the clanless would need to first join the clan. You can't just walk in and be like, oh, hey, can I be a member of you? You'd
Yeah.
literally have to marry someone who is in that clan.
And that's it. That's the only way into a clan.
Pretty much.
And that's how you got into the other clan?
I didn't marry into the other clan.
So how'd you get into that one? Because that's what I'm saying, right? There's more than one way?
It wasn't exactly, strictly speaking, official.
Wait, did you pose as a member then?
They took me in. I wasn't officially a member of their clan, but I was working with them. And then they all died.
How'd they die, if you don't mind telling? Or if it has nothing to do with this, then it's fine.
I'd rather not get into it right now.
Okay. I'd like to go see the outer districts, if anyone would like to come.
I've got work I need to be doing.
Yeah, I need to finish this up.
Elyswen?
I'd like to go.
Elyswen and Aux on another field trip.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hmm.
no. Totally different
boy.
reasons this time, okay?
Ox, you should go ahead and roll perception.
I will. I will roll perception. 21.
Yeah, you definitely noticed when you asked that question. Alvin's eyes glanced over to his hammer and then back to you.
Yeah. The one about telling the story, or not right now? Or yeah.
And when I say his hammer, I mean his
Jessica
pick.
Jessica knows. Jessica knows. Right, well, I guess Janus and Alvyn, you guys are gonna stay here, and we'll go do that and come back before dark?
Yeah, sounds good.
You guys are just working all day?
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys want to go out for a drink tonight at the Safe Harbor Tavern, and then we could have some fun?
Yeah, that sounds like good times.
Much fun.
Fun. We
I'll be
need more fun.
Last time was too much fun.
That giant fin. Okay, now that we're on land, like, oh, that was scary.
I'm really hoping we don't see another one of those.
I went to tavern in Aramnaris, but
Oh, that tavern was fun. Right, too much fun at that one. Yeah. Yeah. No, we need some fun. We should have some fun. All right, Elyswen, let's go.
all right. The bow or no bow? What do you think?
Bring your bow. I'll leave my glaive, but bring your bow.
You two watch your pockets.
Watching our pockets, eh?
Tall folk are easy marks.
How about I just leave mine here with you?
Leave your pocket.
With Janus. I will trust Janus. Janus, can I give you my purse?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you my whole bag that has
Here.
all of my flasks.
Purse. Oh, okay, the satchel. Gotcha.
Satchel, yeah. Purse meaning money.
So I'll take off the ring for sure.
Which ring? Both rings?
The
Platinum.
The
Signet
bank
ring.
yeah,
Because you have the shield other ring.
that's right. I do.
You should keep
I'm
that
keeping
one.
that one.
Wear like a glove or something. Yeah, I'll keep my signet ring here though.
I'm gonna put on some less something a little less obvious.
A little less conspicuous.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh.
something that makes me look like I have just enough money for the cops to listen to me. Is essentially what I'm going for.
Yeah, right.
Zach, I'm gonna put on my nondescript Assassin's Creed outfit, but I'm gonna keep my
Right, yeah.
thing down so like my face is visible, but I've got a
Yeah.
hood up, and I'll keep my bastard sword, but
Okay.
leave my glaive. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good, Elyswen. I don't think we need to worry. I think it's more just if we go in there looking too hoity-toity. I mean, we are like elf, half elf. We are already gonna stand out.
Like I said, tall folk are easy marks.
Don't what?
Tall folk are easy marks.
Yeah.
Well, not that all tall folk have the skills we have either. I've tried to sneak around dogs.
Mm-hmm. I'm very perceptive, and you are very sneaky.
I know the tricks.
Let's go talk to them. I wanna know what.
So,
Yeah.
to be clear, both of you are leaving behind coin purses,
Yes.
covering up
Yeah.
your signet rings. Elyswen has her bow. Ox is leaving her glaive, but has her bastard sword.
Yes, I am leaving behind my signet ring too. I will wear my
Okay.
shield other, though, underneath my outfit. And
Okay.
when we get there, I'm going to have my hand on my bastard sword the entire time. Like, casually, you
Yeah,
know,
because,
just holding it there, making
that
sure no one
doesn't,
takes
you know.
it. No one should take it. Like, you know.
that doesn't send off,
you know
like,
what?
bad vibes or anything.
Forget it. You know what? I'm gonna leave the bow at home.
Like Aragorn, you know, he always holds it, just holding it. One hand on it.
Okay, so El's when you're leaving your bow.
I think I am. Yeah. I should be specced out with magic enough at this point that I don't need it.
Famous last words.
Don't
Okay.
forget your magical components. Yeah.
Okay, so leaving Janus and Alvyn to their craft.
This seems way too familiar.
Yeah, get ready for this.
Tink,
not
tink.
good.
Alvyn turns to Janus. You know, I'm getting the weirdest sense of deja vu. Tink, tink.
Oh no! Thresher 2.0 shows up.
Why is the phrase
Tiny
sword
thresher.
sellers and sell swords coming to mind right now? Huh. Okay, so you two exit the Gyosh Clan Hall. Where are you wanting to go? The outer districts are just a general... Basically, any building outside the walls is outer district.
I think down to the south, by the
Okay,
number 10, you know,
got it.
past 7.
Okay. So you guys make your way through the market district, out through the gate there. And it is a stark change between the two. You go from, you go from a road that's paved, because this is a main road, is paved. Side roads and alleyways are cobblestone. But these are like pavers. You go from a road, a very smooth, hard, wide road, and you step out underneath the gate, and it's dirt. There's mud. There's ditches on the side that looks like they're just there for like people to dump refuse into. Where the buildings inside the city are mostly stone, with like wood, kind of like wood frame, but like a lot of stone involved, and the structures look permanent and well made. These are all, at best, kind of like wooden buildings made out of wood that looks like it used to belong to something else at one point and has been repurposed. At worst, lean-tos. There are a lot less gnomes here than in the city proper itself. All of these gnomes are wearing dirty rags, essentially, just stained, mud splattered, dirty. Some of them look like they're just repurposed burlap sacks. You see some gnomish children kind of like running around and chasing each other, barefoot in the mud. When they, you guys definitely catch a lot of attention, quiet attention. No one's like yelling at you or anything like that. The whole place just has the general feeling of, I guess, neglect in a sense, where just 20 feet behind you, there's hustle and bustle. Everything's moving. Gnomes moving place to place, carrying boxes, packages, going about their daily businesses, either personal business or for the clan, doing all kinds of things. And here, there's none of that.
Oh my goodness, Elyswen. This is not... This is worse than I thought it was.
This isn't what I would call a happy place. And then Evise on my shoulder will just go, sad.
Can you have your raven look for... Shoot, do we see anyone that's like injured, sitting on the side of the road, like in their lean-to or something, like crutches or something?
There's the typical, like, gnomes sitting in like makeshift chairs under, like, in front of what looks like probably might be their house or lean-to or shack. There are a few gnomes that are just kind of moving slowly around, or like they're moving. They're moving around, maybe from building to building. Some of them have like these roughly woven baskets, but they're not moving with the same energy and the same energy that the gnomes inside the city are.
Is the vibe here very like solemn, like beaten down? Like
It's like I said, has the air, like the feeling of neglect and like solemnity, kind of morose. But while that air is there, like like I said, there's a group of gnomish children like running around and laughing and playing too. So it's like this weird juxtaposition of like the cheerful, bright laughter of these little gnomish children, with the I mean, you've all seen that, like that famous picture of the mother from the Great Depression. It's all black and white, and got her children with her. It's essentially that, that kind of vibe. But you've got little gnomish children running around because children are children.
oh man, Elyswen, are you with me? I don't want to get in trouble here, but like, we are going to catch some eyes if we are not nice. We need to be nice. We need to be really nice.
I mean, I don't plan on running in here and stomping on anyone. I think we're here to help, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's
Yeah.
let's go
I
talk.
mean, you get to work, and I will keep my eyes out.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to one of the lean-tos that has someone sitting out in front of it that looks maybe injured or old or frail. Like,
Okay. There's an elderly gnomish woman. She's kind of wrapped up in. It kind of looks like at one point it was a carpet, but it's like kind of threadbare, and she's kind of wearing it over like herself, like it's a shawl or like a cloak. Essentially, she's kind of sitting there. And as you kind of walk up, are you interested in buying some gems? I have some gems for sale. They're kind of raw. They're not cut, but I could get you a good price. Just wait right here. And she kind of like stiffly kind of stands up out of her chair.
No, it's
And,
okay.
Oh, she's going. Oh, she stands up. She kind of moves into her little like shack, and she comes back out with this like battered box. And kind of sits back down again stiffly and opens it. Can you give me an appraise check?
Oh yes.
Go,
Here we
Elyswen.
go.
Elyswen, this is you. This is all you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mine's crap. Mine is crap.
So total, that's 13.
13. That is okay.
Mine's a 9.
This elderly gnomish woman opens the box. This is actually both of you. You both succeed on this DC. She opens this box, and inside are these badly kind of they're rough, broken pieces of colored glass. It's obvious these are not gems.
Madam, my name is Auxsonia. I am not here to buy anything from you. I am visiting Karst, and I am a healer, and I'm wondering if there's anyone that is in need of healing that would want it in this area.
Oh, for the record, I just want to make sure that this is established. I am like mostly keeping my head on the swivel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of you. No, I mean everyone in the outer districts is kind of in one way or another needing something healing wise, I suppose. I mean, I've got these stiff old bones, but I don't think there's anything for that. But you sure you don't want any of these gems? I could give you a good price. Just a couple coppers each.
I didn't come here with money.
Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind. And she kind of stiffly gets back up, stands up, walks back into the shack with her box. She doesn't come back out.
Elyswen, this is not okay.
This place isn't exactly... Well, it's not the same as the rest of Karst, for sure.
I've never seen people like this.
Never.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen something quite this extensive, but... I mean, Arnaris was not... There were areas, maybe.
Not like this. She's wearing... She's wearing a rug. She's trying to sell us bottles of glass, like... Oh. There's gotta be something. Oh my gosh, there's gotta be something. Ma'am, please come back out, please. Oh.
Fox.
Make a diplomacy check.
Oh my gosh. 2.
No response.
That's
No response. There's not even a door for her to close. It's just an open doorway, so there's just...
Okay, we need to go.
We lost Jordan.
Jordan, we lost Jordan.
Oh no.
Oh, he's back.
Elyswen?
Sorry about that. Internet kind of...
You're good.
Yeah. We'll call it an internet palpitation for now. I think maybe if we brought something to them, you know, like clothes or food.
That's so much. I can create water for free. Can you make stuff? Like, what can you make, like, that's super easy? Can you make, like, flowers or something? Like, what can you...
I think I've learned how to make fire, but I don't think that would help anybody here.
Can you make... Do you have prestidigitation?
Yes.
Okay.
I can...
Can you make, like, a little flower?
I suppose.
I have an idea.
What?
Just make it as pretty as you can. I know it's probably not easy.
I mean, it will be gone in a day.
It's worse.
It doesn't stay.
Any items created with prestidigitation are kind of crude and very fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it might be better to come back with something tangible, something... How about this? Let me suggest something and tell me what you think. What if we find a job to take up while we are here? Something that will be quick. And we take whatever money we make and use it to help these people.
There's so many of them.
That's true, but even 10 gold in a place like this would go a long way. I agree we need to do something, but I don't think we're equipped to do anything right now. Besides having you help heal people. I mean, we could look for someone for you to help.
Hey, I like that before we go. I don't want to go yet. I'd like to keep trying.
I think that's a good idea.
I think we should keep trying. I think there's... Are you really, are you good with kids?
No.
You're really diplomatic, though. Like, you know how to say the right things.
I mean, I could try something. I could sing for them, but...
Can you? Sing for them.
Sing for my entertainment.
What if could you put on like can you do magic tricks for them or something? Like I want to get a crowd so we could get people to like.
I don't know if I'm not sure that the crowd is the best idea. It seems like it's.
Look, I can create water.
No, let's do it.
I can create
Let's
water.
do it.
Okay, let's do it. Please, let's try. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start using prestidigitation to do like essentially like the tiny version of Gandalf's fireworks.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, start singing
So
or something. Like,
no, it's. I mean, we'll get to that.
okay, all right. I'm watching.
Okay. So you let off some fireworks, essentially, some sparks and whatnot with prestidigitation. You definitely catch the attention of a little group of gnomish children. And keep in mind that these little gnomish children are like running around and essentially like the same size as like a baby, an infant, for an elf or a half elf or a human, you know. They're running around, and as soon as you start doing that, like one of them's like, and they're all like, oh, and they're all just kind of standing there transfixed. These like sparks and lights are being created by Elyswen, and kind of move a little closer, but they definitely seem hesitant to get close to either of you. You know.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Both of you in dark, nondescript clothing, hoods. One of you word.
They're smart kids. I'll give them that.
Yeah. I'll drop my hood so they can see like my ears and my face.
Mm-hmm. I will say that these kids have like hair colors ranging like absolute like darkest black hair you've ever seen, all the way to like bright yellows and blues. There's greens, orange, like.
Keep going, Alvyn. They're watching.
Okay. All right. I'll keep doing it, but I mean, are we going somewhere with this?
I thought you were. I thought that was. You said you had an idea, or was that your whole idea?
No, I mean, I said I had an idea, and then you told me to do this. So.
Oh no! Do your idea. Oh no! What was your idea before? Shoot! I'm sorry.
My idea was that maybe we just go make money somehow and then bring it back here.
Oh,
but
I thought it was okay.
I guess we're committed to this course of action now.
Yep.
Okay, for now, let's maybe get a few more people here and see if they know anybody that's sick. That's the best I can do on short notice.
Mm-hmm. I don't have. Shoot.
I mean, can you heal anyone today?
I can heal a lot of people today, especially if they're in a big group.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have any spells that are like pretty like yours, you know? Like I don't have. I mean,
that doesn't really matter. I'm just here to get people in the door. You're the main attraction.
Okay.
Hey kids, you want to see something cool? Inflict moderate wounds.
No. Yeah.
You just get all the sick people in one place. You just cast inflict wounds on all of them.
Ask.
Whoops.
Elyswen, can you ask one of those kids if they know someone who's sick who we could show them a magic trick that would make them better?
I'm going to. That's the plan. So for now, I'm just gonna like do this fireworks show until people kind of start to show up. So I'll be like, you know, like there's maybe like a dragon involved,
and they're just like chasing something around, and like, you know, something every once in a while explodes, and then there's, you know, the dazzle and the shock and the.
Okay. Could you roll a d20 for me?
I can. Okay. Yeah. I need to not roll anymore. That was a 4.
Okay. So as you have this little impromptu magic puppet show with prestidigitation going, some adult gnomes kind of start to peer out of some of the houses. One of them in like one of the closer houses, not the elderly, she has reemerged, but one of the other looks like it's a male gnome. He looks like he's not elderly, but he looks like he's been worn. The kind of look that people have when they've lived a very hard life, even though they're not very old, but it kind of makes them look older than they are. He kind of walks over and he says something. Neither of you speak Gnomish, if I'm correct. So he says something.
Does Elyswen speak
I do actually speak Gnomish.
Go,
You
Elyswen!
speak Gnomish. Oh, yeah, look at that. So
Yeah,
Elyswen,
that's what happens when you have a high intelligence. You end up speaking a lot of languages you think you'll never use.
Gnome. Yes.
he kind of walks up and one of looks like two of the gnomish children kind of like look over at him and like you hear him say, Edney, Eric, get home to your mother. And they kind of like, and you see them kind of like walk off. And as they're walking off, this gnome is kind of looking at both of, not in a, actually, if you want to give me a sense, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am going to sense his motives.
Okay. I'm actually kind of good at this one. 16.
27.
Okay. You've been around Alvyn enough, both of you now, to be able to discern a little bit about what you might be feeling or thinking. This gnome is looking at both of you with like wariness. It's not outright hostility, just distrust. And as he's done that, you see as some other adult gnomes kind of come out and gather their children too. And in a short while, there's...
I mean, I'm going to stop as soon as like people start coming out. Like, as soon as there are people to talk to.
Yeah, they're not super interested in talking. They really are just coming out to kind of get their kids.
Come on, Elyswen, use your gnomish. Help us.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'll clear my throat. And I'll just say, hello. We have heard of your plight, and we're visitors here. And as people who often find ourselves without family, we wanted to assist you as we could. My friend knows how to heal magically, and we thought that maybe we would come to see if any of you would be interested or willing to have ailments healed.
Could you make a diplomacy check for me?
I can indeed.
Please, Elyswen.
Oh, okay. There's the big numbers. I found them. Turns out they're on the other side of the die.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
That's an 28.
28, okay. Okay. So they're going to say this. That same gnome that came out and got his two children to begin with, kind of turns when you say that. And since you spoke in Gnomish, I'm presuming he's going to speak Gnomish. Look, I'm sure you mean well, but you don't understand this place. Both of you are outsiders. We're not without family. We are family. And this family doesn't just let strangers into our homes. I think it's best if you leave.
Is there anything we can do for you? And to be clear, we don't just heal people and present fireworks. If there's something that's bothering you, we might be able to deal with it no matter what it is.
There's a lot bothering us, but I don't think you can help with that. Fine, you want to do your good deed for the day? Why don't you follow me? I have someone you could heal.
I'll just kind of give Ox the look.
What is he saying?
There's someone you might be able to heal.
Great, let's go.
All right, you lead the way. Actually, I'm going to sense motive on him here.
Okay.
We're getting kidnapped.
16.
What are you trying to discern?
Just like, I guess kind of his general disposition. Like, does he really want us to heal this person, or is he just trying to get us out of his hair? Or is this like, it's like, oh, I've got some guy for you to heal, and then, the guy for us to heal is us.
No, he's not hostile in any. He just doesn't trust you guys.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't trust you in the slightest.
I mean, I was just playing Pied Piper there for a minute, so don't necessarily blame him.
Yeah.
You had a great diplomacy check, but your D20 roll was what was going to determine their
behavior.
How receptive.
Yeah,
how receptive and open they were going to be. So your diplomacy roll, but
that's why I wanted Alvyn to come with us. Alvyn. We follow him, I guess.
To be fair, you guys did just say that you were looking to kind of walk around there and find people to heal, not.
Yeah, well, and also to be fair, Alvyn doesn't want to go back there. It's understandable, after seeing it especially. I'm gonna guess this isn't the kind of place that likes people that left.
I mean, you do not know what.
No, I have no idea.
What Gnomish culture is like. So.
It's a pure guess, but
I've never thought of that though. Yeah, maybe if he was even from here, like, I mean, I guess before he was in a clan.
I mean, do you think that he's not being honest with us about this?
Oh no, I just forgot. Like, yeah, you're right. He was clanless, and then he had a clan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he would have been from here. You're right. That would have made sense. We're gonna follow him to.
Okay, so he kind of ushers his children away, and they kind of the home that he came out of, and he's going to start walking through the streets. leading you to a lean-to, essentially. Okay. Inside this, this lean-to actually doesn't have a door, but it has some kind of rough, faded cloth. You don't know what it was used for, but it's kind of tattered and ragged at the. Kind of pushes it aside and goes. You'll have to kind of. You won't really fit inside of this lean-to, but you can look inside. And inside there is a gnome. He looks really dirty. He's kind of laying in this it's like a cot, but it looks like it's been repaired or makeshift made from just spare pieces of wood, kind of lashed together roughly. As you can see, he's covered in, he's got multiple blankets on. There's another gnome just kind of sitting in the corner, and then there's the gnome that you followed in. The gnome sitting in the corner looks like a female gnome with like this very hair that is so such a pale pink that it's almost not from age, that's just what the color is. And the gnome on the bed has this kind of deep green hair. He's saying something like quietly to the followed, and see him kind of like go into this coughing fit as he like holds this rag up, comes away, and there's blood in it. You also notice that he only has one.
One what?
One arm.
I think the arm might be a little bit out of Ox's range of abilities, but
Yeah,
the cough is probably something you can do something
regenerate
about.
is yeah. Hey, look, Elyswen, maybe translate. We're here to help.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll kind of say hello to everybody.
They say nothing back.
Okay, well, that's, I guess, to be expected.
I'll put my hands on his shoulder, and I'll first try cure light wounds. See
Okay.
if it does anything. I think that's. Ooh, does this go up? That's my level. Let me see. 7 points of healing.
Okay. There's this pulse of light and a faint, electrical crackling from Ox's arm as this magical energy goes from her into this bedridden gnome. There's a moment when everyone's just kind of waiting and looking at this gnome, and then he starts coughing again, and his hand comes away, and there's blood on it, and everyone just kind of the woman or the female gnome in the corner just kind of hangs her head.
I can do remove disease tomorrow, but I can't do it today. Ask them if they have bottles. I can give them fresh water.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just look at one of them and ask, do you need water?
The the gnomish woman in the corner, kind of her head like raises up, and now that she's looking, see there are like tears coming from her eyes. Wipes them off and just leaves like dirt smudges on her. And she kind of goes off into like, actually she stands up and she's sitting on a bucket. And so she kind of picks the bucket up and hands it to you.
Well, Ox, I think this is our sign.
You want to clean it out a little bit with your magic?
Oh, I can use prestidigitation for that, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I will create water and
Okay.
fill the bucket.
These three gnomes watch as all the dirt and grime and whatever else inside this bucket and on the bucket just kind of lift off, coalesce into just like a ball that just kind of drops in the gutter of the street next to you. And then as Elyswen is holding this bucket, tiny little rain cloud starts raining into the bucket and filling it much faster than the rain of this cloud is falling, but fills the bucket. And I think that produces a gallon per caster level.
2 gallons per caster level.
Two
But can
gallons
I
per
like
caster
stop
level.
it? Can I like, you know? Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
you can stop it. It fills the bucket pretty much to the brim.
yeah. Elyswen, can you use your magic to clean him?
I mean, I can, but let's see. Would you like me to? This is a gnomish. Would you like me to tidy your clothes up?
The bedridden gnome. Do what you can. Yes.
Okay. I'll just start going around, just cleaning everything that I possibly can.
Okay. I mean, you're going around.
I can take a while.
Yeah.
So.
It's gonna take a while, but you, after many uses of prestidigitation, I mean, you removed a lot of dirt from the inside of this hovel. It really hasn't changed too much. Still a dirt floor. The clothes that they're wearing and their bedding and things like that are still like rough fabrics, but at least the dirt isn't in them. It's done a little bit. The gnome that you followed there kind of steps out, and he's just kind of standing like arms folded on the street, just watching you two as Elyswen's going about this task.
Elyswen, tell them we'll be back tomorrow, and we can do this to anybody that they want. If they want to bring people, I'm gonna have a better spell prepared for tomorrow. And
Okay, yeah, I'll let him know that. I'll
Tell-
pass the message along.
tell them to just have hope. Tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna word for word that whole message.
Okay. There's just this quiet, like, thank you from the gnomish woman. And they just kind of nod. Their expressions are like, they're grateful, but they don't expect to see either of you again.
Mm-hmm. Elyswen, we gotta book it back to Janus. We gotta go see them. We gotta.
Okay, I agree, but there's one thing I'd like to do. I'm gonna walk up to this guy that kind of led us over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you say this place has a family, right?
That's what I said. This place is a family.
So,
The gnomes in the city call us Clanless. I say that we are a clan.
it seems like you at least have some. I don't know if I would say authority. I don't know what exactly your role here is, but it seems like you know what happens here.
I know some people. There's no clan head, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm looking for.
We all watch out for each other.
If someone were to bring, say, if they had the option of bringing money or food or clothing or some other good, what do you think would do the most help here?
He does looks you over. What are you planning on doing?
Siege weapons.
You're gonna feed and clothe every gnome in the up. And what good will that do? They're still clanless.
It does some good, doesn't it? Obviously, people here need help of some sort or another.
What you're doing is not helping. What you're wanting to do, you're splashing a couple of water on a raging fire. That's not going to do anything.
Then what would help?
Nothing that you're going to be able to do.
I mean, if you told me, then I'd have a better idea of I know what I'm capable of. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but...
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sure both of you have the best intentions, but neither one of you is a gnome. You're outsiders. You'll always be outsiders. The things we need are changes that you can't make. Changes that no gnome singular can make.
I agree, but sometimes all it takes is a little push to get something moving. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be the one to solve it, but just having an idea of what the problem is a start.
So then what happens? Tomorrow you show up, you bring food with you, maybe some money, toys for kids, clothing. And then what? You're going to keep doing that for the rest of your life? You're going to show up, give these gnomes a breath of fresh air, a ray of sunshine, and then you're going to leave? Go about your life feeling good for what you did? But then what? These gnomes their situation's not going to... If anything, they're going to remember that one moment, that one person showed them kindness. They got a taste of what could be and know that they're never going to have it. Like I said,
you
think you're doing good, but you're not.
I'm not saying it's going to solve the whole problem, but I think one moment leads to another.
We watch out for each other. I'm not going to stop you from coming back here. But, well, I've said my piece.
Let's go, Alvyn.
Okay.
It is a silent walk all the way back to the clan from Aux.
Mm-hmm.
Tink, tink, tink.
Hey, I think I have these gloves just about finished.
Oh, you finished the drug gloves.
Yes, I have finished the drug gloves.
Congrats, man.
What a proud moment.
Now to just make the drugs.
I think I'm about done with throwing axes.
Oh yeah, I noticed you lost a few to the sea.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thinking on my part, but what's done is
It's
done.
better than what most of us were doing.
That's true. Unlucky thing is I only had like a few things to throw and then point.
Have you ever thought about just making a surplus of them? So if you lose a few, you just have them on hand?
I really wish I could say I had.
Janus just blowing everyone's
idea,
mind
Perry.
with questions.
Good idea, Fairy's about to strike. What if you just tied string to all of them, so that way when you throw them, you could just pull them back?
We just have a bunch of them.
Yeah, we should have. Before we leave, we should put some sort of buoys on all of our weapons.
That's worth thinking about.
All right. I know we got a few days of downtime here, so
I know. I had another thing I was hoping to start with.
what are you hoping to make?
I'll let you know if it works out.
All right.
It'll take a while. I just wanted to kind of get started.
Okay.
I won't be able to finish it before we go.
Zach, by the time they get back, am I gonna have the gloves finished?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. And
Well,
I passed
I-
it to you two to make the gloves.
Your axes aren't done, but I'd say you're...
Okay.
I'm gonna ring the doorbell.
What?
Oh, the door is promptly opened. There's Renaud.
Is he surprised?
Renaud. I bow to him.
Is there something I can help you with?
I'm just looking to meet up again with Alvyn, Gyosh, and Janus.
Very well.
I remember
Just
the,
opens the door.
I remember the way. You don't need to show me if you don't want.
I trust you'll find your way.
Thank you.
In time, Elyswen and Auxsonia make it back to the workshop. Janus is wearing a new pair of gloves. It looks like Alvyn is working on the head of several daggers kind of arrayed out on a workbench looking finished.
Elyswen, Fist Pot, good to see you both.
They seems cheery, don't they?
Well, I got the gloves finished at least, and Alvyn got a bit done.
And still more I can do.
How was your trip into the city? Are there any dead?
I do need to flee town again.
I really hope not.
Nothing like that, no, but
Ox is like gonna like plop down on a chair, like super just energy drained.
Ox, when do you need to have your next dose?
Real quick. Okay, cool. Ox, you plop down in a chair and it breaks because it's not built for humans.
Really sorry about that, Alvyn.
That's fine, we have plenty. Just grab one from like a different workshop.
I'll just stand. It's fine.
Alvyn? I have a question for you.
Shoot.
I mean, you were... Okay, I have a couple of questions for you. So you were clanless at one point, correct?
I was born that way.
Okay.
Not all are.
What was that?
Not all are.
Not everyone's born clanless. Sometimes they're.
Not all clanless are born clanless.
Yeah. So, do you think that you would be able to go back and talk to anyone there?
To what end?
I don't know. What end do you think it would lead to?
Nothing.
So they're just
No. Okay.
gonna live the rest of their
That's-
lives like that. That's it. The end.
Oh, I mean, Elyswen probably. I'm assuming that conversation was in Gnomish.
Yeah, it was.
It was a gnomish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she had. Yeah, she did. She didn't really have any intention of broadcasting that whole thing to Ox. Like, she was going to temper that message quite a bit.
No. To. Are you talking in Gnomish to Alvyn? Or are
No,
you
to the
talking
other
about
guy.
No, I made all those conclusions all on my own.
Oh,
And
okay.
then Zach saying them was like, yep. That's why we need to go talk to to our friends.
Yeah.
So it's okay. You don't have to tell her that. It's
No, okay.
she's thought it through.
Okay, so what was the
I
question
have a-
from Ox then?
That's it. That's the end. They'll just live the rest of their lives like that.
What's one gnome supposed to do that? This is a societal scale issue. If we go out there, help a few, maybe it helps them for a few days, maybe a week. If you're optimistic, maybe a month. And then they go back to living how they were living.
That brings me to my second question.
Also, I'm
This
not
might
sure I
be-
would be particularly welcome there.
You might not have to go back. I have a thought. So, the reason that these people don't have anything to their name is because without a clan, they can't afford to make anything. Correct?
The reason that they don't have anything to that because they don't
Fair enough.
have anything to.
If, say, they were, like, how to say this? Is there anything taking what they have away from them? If they had anything, would it be taken from them? Or is it just that there was nothing there to start and they haven't been able to build anything?
So Alvyn,
Yeah.
just as so that you have the information you need.
Yes.
Gnomes that become clanless are, obviously those that are cast out of their own clans for whatever reason. The others are like abandoned children. Actually, most clanless are born that way. It's just like an accumulated population of gnomes that were exiled, kind of settled outside the city, and then they just kind of survived there. And they are, in a sense, kind of their own clan. The difference is that it takes capital to make capital. You have to spend money to make money, and none of them have any. So they're essentially a clan with no industry.
Mhm.
They have no resources. What little they have goes to keeping themselves alive.
Okay.
The clanless are largely by
Are what?
what?
Largely what?
Ignored.
Mm-hmm.
the like any like city guard, they don't patrol the outer districts. They're essentially left to their own devices.
Could you state your question again, Elyswen?
I mean, are they there because, like, do they have nothing because they started with nothing and haven't been able to build anything, or is it because they've had it taken away?
No one's coming in and actively taking things away from it. You need the resources to be able to. You need money to make money, basically.
But what if someone gave them that money?
Oh, it's far more complicated than that, because
I understand that.
You've been in this city, right? Like, you've seen the extent of the industry here. Like, look where we are. He just gestures to the workshop.
Here is what
Even if you even if you were to give these people an influx of money, right, and they were to start to create an industry, no gnome is going to choose to purchase goods from this fledgling industry that has very incredibly limited funds and is not nearly as well as the other industries here, when they could just easily purchase something from an already flourishing industry that can afford to put things at effectively much better pricing. And that capital that will have gone into trying to start an industry will most likely have gone to waste, and then they'll be back where they started.
What if it's already an industry that is successful?
Or what if it's something that an industry that isn't represented?
Present an example.
The Gyosh clan?
They are...
You know Bran. Is Bran the clan leader? Who's the clan leader of the Gyosh clan?
Bran is the head of the clan, right, Zach?
Yes. Yeah, he's the clan head.
Bran is the clan head, aye.
What if he saw the need of the Clanless and hired them and welcomed them after a certain amount of time into the clan? You could work to join the clan.
What if we arm them?
Whoa. There's something. Armament.
That's an idea.
Because of uprising, I'm feeling it.
To be perfectly realistic with you, I don't think the class would go for that.
Well, gesturing. Bran is very wealthy, very influential. We could at least ask him, get some opinion, see if there's something that can be done.
This is a bigger issue than just one clan. Just one person. This is how things are here. This is our reality.
Why don't they leave then?
Where would they go?
Anywhere.
How would they pay to get?
They could leave Karst, they could go to Kjolar, they could go to... Shoot, Savaria is even better.
Let's pick up a quarter of a city and move it to a different continent. That would work.
I understand that it's difficult. What we're asking is insurmountable because it hasn't been done before. But there are people wearing rugs. Children that are going to grow up and then die there. And I just look at you, and if one person's life could be changed, why not another? Or 2, or 3.
Because I cheated.
And then we help them cheat.
One person cheats. They get away with it. A whole group of people start cheating. Kicked out of the casino.
So,
Assuming casinos exist.
Gambling.
Realistically,
Gambling hall.
hey, maybe that's the industry they need. They need a casino.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what else it would be.
so
I don't know if you've figured it out from talking with these people, but there's a sense of unity there. And at least in the people here in Karst. They think of themselves as their own clan.
because they have to. They have to stick together.
Right, but they would feel that just trying to ingratiate them into existing clans, from my understanding of them, I think they would feel that as kind of just further ignorance of the actual issue.
That's what I'm saying. What if they work for it? Like, you have to earn it. You can't just, like, get into the clan. Like, if they want a job, they'd at least be offered it, right? Rather than no job.
I mean, are you saying that they wouldn't even accept a seat at the table if they were offered one? I mean, not that I
I
disagree
think
with
what I'm trying to say is that there are deep pains and insults that have gone both ways. And, like, for instance, as is clear, they're not really welcome in here. And vice versa, we're not really welcome in there.
Oh yeah, you're really missing out.
That's not what...
I'm
I'm saying that they look down on us as much as Karstian society looks down on them.
So do you think that honestly, if they were given the opportunity to be part of the city, you don't think they would take it?
Some would.
then that's some lives that are changed.
I mean, what do you think it would take for them to accept that? Do you think it would be acceptance? That it would take... Or would they even recognize the recognition of the city leaders?
Have you thought about asking them exactly what they want?
Yeah, we should ask them, right? Let them
We
speak for
did.
themselves.
I mean, I pretty clearly asked what it was that they wanted, and it was...
And what did they tell you?
I mean, to shorten the message somewhat, it essentially boiled down to what you're saying, to be left alone. And
Aye.
mostly, I think, not to get the false sense that we had done something good by coming and leaving.
And that's kind of that... I hate to use the word pride, but I can't think of a less harsh synonym.
I get what it is. It's something like pride. It's... At least from what I saw, it seemed that they were reluctant to let someone get away with feeling good for doing essentially nothing.
Exactly.
How about this? We ask Bran. And then we arrange a meeting
This
with
is
some...
is so big. Like, you don't... this is your first time here in Karst. Like, this is just how things are. And I'm not saying it's good, and I'm not saying that it can't change. But, like, if it was that easy of a problem to fix, it'd be fixed.
Are you at least willing to try with us? I'm gonna try.
I'm starting to feel like the problem isn't necessarily that it's trying. It's not that Bran couldn't.
Can I have a
walk
chat with
there
Zach real quick?
and give everyone-
Yeah, you want to go into the whisper?
Yes, please.
Hey, Ox. Apart from the current conversation, about when would you need your next dose?
2 days.
In 2 days.
Yep, on the 8th is when I am going to have major withdrawals.
What
Wait,
happens to you
how-
when you have the withdrawals? Have you faced them yet?
I haven't faced them yet, so no, I don't know exactly how bad it is.
Okay.
But I don't imagine it's good, because even when I take it, I feel weaker every time. Some days not as bad as others, but I imagine that without it, it would be...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Like, maybe it's just like, you know, Kool-Aid.
Have you considered... Well, you're a cleric. Isn't there anything you can do? You're a healer.
Like, what?
I don't know. You got healing spells-ish?
I do. I mean, I have, like, remove curses.
Out of character, I've never played a Pathfinder cleric, so I'm not 100% certain what you have.
Oh, that's fine. Out of character, yes, remove diseases would get rid of this, and she has this as a spell.
Oh.
But she is not telling you about it.
Okay.
She doesn't have a problem. There's no problem. There's no problem.
No problem. Okay.
I mean, I guess I could... What, you want me to... I mean, are you wanting me to try one day without it just to see what would happen?
Yeah. Go ahead and try one day, see if...
One day.
Because obviously... One day, okay.
But I get to hold the flask all day. And at the end of the day, then I can drink it.
Yes, you can drink it.
Great.
Wait, how much do you still have?
Janus is making... I'm out. I'm out of my supply, so it's whatever Janus has now.
Well, with these gloves, the way I'm able to do it, it doesn't have a very long shelf life, but I can whip it up decently fast. It'd take me about an hour to make.
How long does it last? What's the shelf life?
I'm not entirely certain. I've never worked with these kind of ingredients before.
Ooh, because we're going on like a military ship?
Yeah, it's a bit of a... Partly because it's military ship and I don't want to get caught smuggling contraband.
Right? Yeah. Shoot. Really...
But how about this?
Uh-huh.
You do your day off, and at the end of the day, I will have the potion ready for you.
Okay. It will be on the 8th.
On the 8th. So the night of the 8th, I will have it for you.
Okay, great. And then on the 10th is when we leave, but I can take it in the morning so they don't see. And then I don't have to take it until the 12th. And so by then we should have a good enough layout of the ship and where people go and what. And we'll be able to hide it if you wanted to make
Exactly.
something. Great.
And because it doesn't take me long to make, I can stay in the quarters or wherever we're staying. Or some good part of the ship and make it.
What, Elyswen?
These ships are usually... I mean, we didn't have our own quarters in the ship we rode over here on, did we?
Yeah, but there was like, bathrooms.
I mean, also, supposedly, the people we're going to be sailing with don't have too much knowledge of magic and stuff, hopefully.
Mhm.
So if somebody does see what I'm doing, I can pass it off as Fey magic. Just making another potion. Speaking of which, I've learned a few new tricks, I think, after our last encounter.
Yeah? Like what?
Yeah. Summoning bigger, more dangerous creatures.
Than those tiny frogs.
I think next time we're out on the ocean, I'm gonna try summoning a shark.
Would it obey you?
It should.
What if it gets eaten by that bigger shark?
Oh, then we're screwed.
Ah, okay.
That's something.
That is something.
I know I was a little useless on that last
that
fight.
dolphin helped me. I would have probably drowned if it hadn't helped me.
I mean, at least
True.
we weren't dead the
Mhm.
entire time.
We've been having a side conversation.
True.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that I need to put you guys against more aquatic creatures. So I'll make a note of that.
Our conversation was we were shit last time.
No
And hopefully my
arguments.
spells now will help better.
No.
Let's be honest, Zach. I mean, once we all get kicked off for making drugs in the bathroom, you probably just be able to let the exposure do us in.
Yeah, look, I wasn't expecting. I gave you guys a nice boat to fight that sea drake from. I did not expect all four of you to go and jump off a perfectly good boat.
I only did it once Elyswen did it.
Elyswen saved my life. Dude.
If your friend jumped off a cliff,
Apparently the answer is yes for all of us.
Elyswen saved my
Yeah.
life. If Elyswen had not jumped in, I would be dead.
that's true. But if you
And if
hadn't
Alvyn
jumped
hadn't
in, there
jumped
wouldn't
in,
have
Elyswen
been a
wouldn't be
need.
But yeah, no, if Fox hadn't
I
jumped in,
Yeah.
And I think
none of us would have had to.
we can consider that lesson well learned.
Yes.
Yeah, next
Very
time,
well learned.
Next time, there's going to be a rope around Elyswen's ankle.
I can
Janus,
also
if
tell
there's a
you.
fight, will not stay closer than like 20 feet to the edge of the ship.
I will also tell you that merchant marines will be far less tolerant of that kind of behavior.
About jumping overboard.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get that.
No, that was Ricky's second time overboard this month. Leave him.
You'll learn this way.
Yeah, he'll have to swim his way back on the ship. That'll teach him.
Merchant Marines preach tough love.
If you act like an idiot, you'll be made fun of like an idiot.
Alright. What does Alvyn
Or
say?
maybe left behind like an idiot.
Okay, what is the direct question?
I don't know.
I need
You
to
just
refresh your
disappeared.
I wanted to make sure that Zach and I were.
We're trying to talk to Bran. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last question.
We should talk to Bran. And let's see what he
Like I've
says.
been saying, this is bigger than one plan.
Okay, well we can talk to him and then see what
No.
he thinks.
It's
No,
okay. Let's put this in the hypothetical. All right. Let's say that we start bringing in Clanless. Clan Giosh starts bringing in Clanless. They start working for us, right? First off, something you have to think about here. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you're thinking of working in a clan like it's a job, right?
No, but I
Oh, okay. Then
I understand that what we're thinking is not common, not done.
it's not just that. To gnomes, clans aren't just jobs or anything. They're families. Like, quite literally, they're families. That's why I had to marry into this one. Because it's literally a family name. Unless they marry in, all Gilsh are literally related by blood. Right. So, just let me finish explaining. And it's more than just a job. When you join a clan, They pay for your living quarters. They pay for your food. They pay for your clothes. They pay for your way. You are provided for by that clan. That clan takes an expense to provide for you so that you, in turn, can contribute back to the clan. We'd be asking these people to abandon their family ties, which they do have because they do think of themselves as a clan, and join a different family. Alright, which has its own host of issues. Because I don't know if you've learned this from being around me, Ox, but us gnomes can be prideful at times. That aside, if a clan like Clan Gyosh was to start taking in Clanless, I'm sorry, but other clans, other gnomes, they aren't going to like that. We're going to get a lot of flack for that, and if we continue, we're going to lose business because people aren't going to be wanting to buy from the clan that is blatantly disgracing society.
Just gnome business.
We're all gnomes. You say just gnome business, that's us. We're gnomes.
The Gyosh clan goes all the way down to where? El Teliel? Solabar?
That's where our business goes. We're all gnomes. You're talking about gnomes. You can't just say, oh, it's just gnome business.
No.
We're gnomes. This is our world.
I'm just saying that you could lose people, but you could gain others. Show the world that the Gyosh clan is...
What I'm saying is the other clans would do everything they could. And sure, maybe we help these people for a month. Maybe we help them for a few months. But sooner or later, because of the financial expenditures that we would have to aware of this, but the number of clanless any clan. The clanless, their numbers, like, if they're and Clan Gyosh is a small clan. We're not that big comparatively to other clans in terms of actual size. Who do we do? Jess, are you back?
I hope I'm back. Our
Yeah,
internet
you're
glitched out during your whole rant, so
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it did
not
for me
on.
too.
It's not on camera. So,
Oh no, where did I leave off?
just that like eventually it would lead to
Oh,
like
okay.
the Gyosh clan obviously becoming
Oh, okay. Well,
financially.
here we go. We'd have to pull money out of the clan's pockets to bring these people in. And I'm not sure if you understand the scale of this issue, but there are more clanless than there are gnomes in any single clan. If you take the biggest clan, it's smaller than the clanless. And the Gyosh clan, I'm sorry, we're actually kind of small as far as the quote-unquote bigger economically clans are concerned. There aren't a whole lot of us comparatively. And for us to pull all this money out of what is keeping us running to bring in these people, and then that would cause us to lose business. And yeah, you say it's just we'd only lose gnome business, right? But gnome business is a huge part. And also, the other clans would do everything in their power to sabotage our marketing expenditures elsewhere. And sure, we might help these limited Clanless for a month, maybe a few months. Maybe we get away with it for half a year. But sooner or later, our clan's going to go bankrupt. It's going to dissolve. And then all those Clanless who we helped for 6 months are going to be back out there, and so will we. So if you want to go talk to Bran about this issue, and I'm sorry if this comes off cold and abrasive, but that you've just seen in 2 days of arriving in Karst, when we've lived here for years, then by all means, go talk to Bran, but I can tell you exactly what he's going to say. And that's that it's too big of a risk for the clan. He can't risk our livelihoods, which he would be doing, for theirs, no matter how much he may sympathize with them.
And, I mean, the feeling that I got while I was there, this is the limited amount of understanding I can give. But even if Bran came to them, I don't know why they would accept.
Aye. And some would. Some would leap at the opportunity. Because not all Clanless really feel like that's their place. But like, gnomish society isn't like normal society. It's not like your society or your society. I don't know enough of the Fae to talk about them.
Are you referring to elves? Because I'm only half elf.
Well, Elyswen is a full elf.
Elyswen is full elf. I was referring to you as like the human, but
I was just wondering which one, because you said you, and I was like, elf, half elf. But
well, since Elyswen is the elf and I referred to you separately, I was referring to the not elf, but
I mean, I think there is a parallel to draw, not a common one, but...
Well, what I'm trying to say is gnomish society is about what's supposed to be. And the way our society sees this, the clans are supposed to maintain their clan boundaries. And that involves not letting in Clanless.
Ox, I think there is something that we share. You and I specifically. That I'm starting to understand might be part of the perspective as well. I think we both still use our family names. Well, I know I do. On occasion. But I also know that if my family contacted me and said that they were ready to forgive me, whatever that means, or that they thought that it was prudent that I return so that I can have whatever better life they see for me, I don't know that I would accept. In fact, I know that I wouldn't.
can you let Bran know that I'll be here tomorrow to see him?
He might be around. You could see if you could see him today.
Okay. Then I'll be back at the Safe Harbor Tavern. I'm gonna head out.
I mean, Ox, I will go with you tomorrow. I think it's the right thing to do, but I don't think we're going to fix this over the course of 4 days.
Not over 4 days. That's not what I'm asking.
I'm sorry if I'm coming across as harsh and uncaring. I do sympathize for their plight, I really do, but it's just... I've lived here. I know the realities of this situation, and it's too big.
See you later then.
We still getting those drinks tonight?
I don't think I can drink tonight.
That's fair. See you around.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Janus.
See ya. Best of luck.
Is Elyswen staying or coming with me? I mean,
I don't know. I'm pretty bummed out.
I'm not inviting you, but I am going to be leaving, so I wanted to know. Like, I'm not inviting you, if that's...
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. I think Elyswen was just gonna go mope around town.
I'll go to Ronald and ask him if I can make an appointment to see Bran tomorrow.
You can indeed make an appointment to see him tomorrow.
What time tomorrow?
Mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
This has been a cheery game.
Oh, freaking kidding.
This is not at all what I thought this session was going to be.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
But I think I could usually say that for just about every session, so...
True.
I feel like Aramnaris was like just a weird 2-month gap in the insanity, and we're just right
For
back
real,
on the edge of it.
okay. Discounting what happened when we left Aramnaris.
Yeah.
That's true.
Aside from that.
You mean the instant cooking of a party member?
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides the static electricity discharge of a nuclear reactor that went through Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know that on old CRTs when you could hit that button to discharge the static on the surface of the screen. Remember that? It was like that, except it had accumulated for 1,000 years or more.
Dude.
Also, it was putting out 200 kilowatt hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does everything so great have to hide something terrible?
Oh, what was that?
I said, why does everything so great have to hide something terrible?
Who's that to?
No, just in general. Muttering into the universe. That's
what do you mean
shaking your
something
fist.
so great?
I mean, this whole city, it seems so well manufactured, so well built, so strong. And yet, as soon as you cross the line outside of the city, it's, I mean, true desolation.
I know it's different from other, well, just, I guess, complete societal structures.
I mean, I think it carries different implications and ramifications, but it's... The Clanless exist in every society. You just have, in most, you have to look harder.
Okay.
There's a pervasive sense of almost stubborn hopelessness, though.
You'll find that same stubbornness on both sides of the issue, I'm afraid.
I think that was the worst part, is the feeling that there's nothing I could do or say or provide to make someone feel like there was anything to hope for.
It is terrible, but literally, I'm afraid our entire society would have to be razed to the ground and built back up from scratch to be able to do anything about it.
I mean, speaking historically, most of the time these sorts of situations aren't dealt with diplomatically. That's what ends up happening eventually.
Right. So until then, I guess.
Have the Clanless ever considered establishing their own city, since they are all of one clan?
With what resources?
That is true, but
And on what land?
would it be kind of a dig at their pride if they were given land and resources?
Definitely to some. I can't speak for all of them. But I don't know how far a entirely self-sustaining economy in that city would be able to get, since none of the clanned people would be wanting to deal with them. They'd still be clanless even if they had a city.
Or what about even not just a separate?
They'd run out of funds. They need economies need influx,
Mm-hmm.
and there'd be none for them.
Why wouldn't there? Another idea is if there was a Well, it's true everybody in the city is in their own separate clan, but all the clans come together, as the city.
Okay.
Couldn't the city, hire them for different public works projects, and they could receive funds that way? That way it's no one single clan supporting them, and they're paid for work they are doing.
In theory, what you're saying is rational. But, like I said before, gnomish society isn't always about what's rational. It's about how things are supposed to be. And however much it sucks, which it really does, this is how our society thinks that things are supposed to be. And
I
so,
can-
because conforming to that is of such importance, because if you don't, you'll lose business because people don't agree with what you're doing because you're not conforming. No one would be willing to like even propose such a radical idea because they lose business for it.
I think I can understand that. Would the Fey deals and everything come from the name of who you're dealing with, what kind of things they can offer you, and if their name is tarnished? It's not exactly business, but they lose something.
Aye.
And so a name is probably the most important thing a Fey can have.
And people in the Fae with tarnished names, like there's nothing really that can be done for them, is there? Because that's who they are, and according to your pacts, kind of who they are required to be by agreement. Correct?
Yeah, it really comes down to the Fae. Some Fae kind of live by their own rules and don't really have names per se that they care about. But for those that do, they protect it with everything they have.
Janus, you would know that for the Fae, it's a little even more, for that protecting their reputation, because the Fae don't do business the way that mortals do.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, gnomes live to be quite old, much, much older than humans, not as old as elves, but the Fae are, unless something kills them, they won't die.
Mm-hmm.
So if their name is tarnished, it doesn't, like, if there's a problem, if they make a mistake, if they make a social misstep, and the repercussions of that will follow them for potentially thousands of years.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the Fae are... Let's just say I can understand exactly where you're coming from. Or that.
Thank you. It's terrible, but it's reality.
Mm-hmm.
And
There
it's
are
the
rules.
reality of the gnomish people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are rules in this world that are illogical, unfair, but they exist, and it's best to figure out how to deal with them as they come.
Aye.
And just adapt.
Not trying to rewrite the rule book.
Or at least not trying to rewrite a rule book you're not exactly a part of.
Exactly.
Okay, I think with that being said, this is a good place for us to end off. We're ending a little bit early because I want a chance to talk with you guys a little bit about scheduling stuff. Tonight is okay because we kind of prepared for it, but with my new schedule, I have to wake up early, and so going until midnight is not really something that I can do on Sunday.